Listen, I feel this one big time. I can't believe I'm going. Right, let's have a think about this. Do I really want to tell this story? Hi, my name is Dean Riley, and I am doing the first memes reaction video on the Tomorrow sessions by Shift.ms. I've been diagnosed with MS about 8 years now, and I'm sure he's same as everyone out there. It has its good moments and has its bad moments, and I'm going to react to some memes and share some stories about my funny times, maybe sad times, who knows. So let's go. Do you know what, right? And this is what I kind of find really, really funny, is I'll speak to people that have got no medical conditions, that they're perfectly healthy, their family's fine, and they can't cope with being, in lockdown or in quarantine, or they have to isolate. I've had a friend that tested positive for COVID and absolutely was a nightmare, fighting every day, wanting to go out and really, really struggled with it. And you do kind of have that little bit of smugness of, man, this is a doddle. You just have no idea. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, everybody had this sort of feeling that at the end of the year that it was all over and everything was going to be rosy. And yeah, man, that COVID is still kicking about and haunting everybody. But do you know what? I always compare COVID and living through COVID and restrictions and limitations and things. It's part of everyday life with MS. So the parallels are frighteningly similar. But it's just business as normal for us MSers, and that's pretty cool. Well, do you know, the toilet roll stockpiling is interesting. Fortunately, I have a Palmavita toilet, which a lot of MSers might know about, which is a result. So I'm not affected as much with these toilet roll issues. But yeah, there's certain things that sort of would summarise 2020 would have been a toilet roll. Yeah, a very precious commodity. I've stockpiled a little bit of flour. That was quite, again, scarce. Everybody became a baker or a pizza chef like myself. Certainly, toilet rolls was the funny one for me because people were buying, 50 and 100 rolls of it. It was just bananas. Yeah, do you know, I can understand that. It's, when you're looking at that, it's fear. Everybody is, absolutely petrified of everything. I've watched neighbours get their online shopping delivery, and I've watched them lay it out on their driveway and wash every single bit with antibacterial spray and wipes before they take it into their house and stuff. Which, listen, people are scared of COVID, and I'm not going to detract from that. It's very, very serious. But yeah, man, it's I think if everybody just does the common sense things, you should be okay. Touch wood. I've got a autoimmune condition, and I've not had COVID yet, and I've altered my life massively, not hugely. I've just taken the advice on board that's been there and been careful. Sanitise my hands in and out of shops, wore my face masks, and yeah, and so far so good. Touch wood, I'm very, very fortunate. Yeah, I think that sums up fear for me when I look at that. I mean, I think there's been quite a lot of scaremongering and a lot of things out there that is terrifying. Really is terrifying when you look at it and you watch the news sometimes, and it's horrific. So yeah, that for me just sums up the nation's a bit scared at times. Listen, I feel this one big time. I've got two boys trying to homeschool. One at 9, who is an absolute dream when it comes to schoolwork. It's like a little app. He just opens it up on his phone and he just flies through it. And then I've got my 13-year-old who I get regularly told is exactly the same as what I was at 13, which I don't believe for 1 minute. He is an absolute nightmare, and he will use every excuse under the sun why he shouldn't be homeschooling. It's difficult, it's challenging. I caught the youngest, even though he's no problem with schoolwork, trying to get him to come off his computer is a nightmare. I caught him at like 5:45 in the morning trying to play Fortnite. Yeah, it could drive you to drinking quite easily. Not there yet though. Not there yet. Touch wood. Oh dear. I better make sure the kids aren't about. Right, okay, so muscle spasms. I get them quite a lot. At times it feels like the muscles are trying to peel off the bones, and it's horrible and it's sore and it can make you cry at times. It's that painful, and it's just, it's exhausting and excruciating. But they also happen, for me anyway, at times where not expected, so that's not like a build up to it. It'll just sometimes happen. And I've had it where I'm walking across a dance floor, I'll get wee twinsies and things. But this one night, I was with a girlfriend at the time. I can't believe I'm going. Let's have a think about this. Do I really want to tell this story? We were being intimate and I started to get a spasm, my left leg, then the bottom of my back, my hamstrings, my calf. And as I'm getting these pains, it's feeling like I'm being mega enthusiastic. And this girl thinks it's because we're emotionally bonded, we've connected. You know, we're having a moment. And it was excruciating, absolutely like horrific. And it just kept getting worse and worse. And obviously it made an impression because she felt we bonded and connected in a spiritual, meaningful way. And really, I just had to pretend that it was all over. And I never ever seen the girl again because I just thought there's no way that I could possibly normally physically perform in that way. And that was it. So that was the last time I seen the girl. So if she's watching, yeah, I'm sorry. Do you know what? Yeah, it is and it isn't. I think all my kids are gamers and there's different levels of difficulty that you can play a game on. And I guess, yeah, like, you know, having MS or having a disability, you're just playing a tougher level. And I think it's about finding some sort of balance as well. So yeah, you know, you've got it tougher in certain areas and just make sure and give yourself the appropriate reward and rest when needed. I know a lot of people they'll not make plans, but for me, I just do it, man. I just get on with it, and if it comes to I can't do it, this sounds probably really quite horrible, but I don't care. You know, if I make plans with friends and I can't do it because I'm not feeling great and I'm having a bit of a bad day with my MS, I'm sorry, I didn't go. I'm not going. Thankfully, I've got good people that understand, and they're not going to hold it against you. But at the same time, I think you have to be really selfish at times, and you have to try and forget about the pressures that you feel letting someone down or cancelling plans or changing plans, because essentially all that does is put more pressure on yourself, which ultimately is going to cause a bit of stress, which is ultimately going to result and you feel even worse physically. But ultimately, my sole responsibility is to myself and to my kids. And as long as we are happy and healthy and okay, I don't give two hoots. So for me, I plan my life the same as I would. I would like to think I'm planning it the same as I would without MS, but I think every time that I make any plans or arrangements, I've already got in my head, it's inbuilt that how that day is going to go, where we're going. I've already got that almost the working pattern in my head of how that day will go. You know, will it be, if I need to get a taxi there, I'll get an Uber or whatever it might be. So I have that process chart ingrained in my brain. So I possibly plan and I'm unconsciously unaware of that I make these plans with MS in mind all the time anyway. Listen, do you know what? Sometimes, yeah, it depends. If you're having a blue day, you're having a bad day and you're feeling down and you think about the future and you think about potential different levels of disability coming into your life, different aspects of your life that you might not be able to do. Yeah, listen, it can make your backside ache. But at the same time, as you know, COVID and lockdowns and everything has kind of taught me is that regardless who you are or what you've got, you can be humbled at any time by the most small thing. Don't beat yourself up if your plans aren't coming into fruition, and just adapt and go with whatever's, you know, the circumstances that they are at the time. What I try not to do is to let those bad days influence what I do tomorrow, because what I do tomorrow is going to impact what I'm able to do next day and week, and that's all I try and focus on. I take it a day at a time and just go with it. So how cool is that? The future is tomorrow, and that's the way that I do. And for me, I try and make the most of today. And the reason I try and make the most of today is that my tomorrows are better. So the better that I can do today is the better as tomorrow is. And that's kind of how I look at it. If I can look after my todays, my tomorrows will be better. And listen, there will be times where my tomorrows aren't going to be great, but yeah, it's what it is. And we have to try and fish for the little sort of bits of sunshine or little glimmers of hope wherever we can find it. And thankfully, you know, being a Hibernian fan, I'm used to disappointment, and so therefore it's coached me well for dealing with life with MS. So that's me all finished, and thank you very much for watching. I hope I've not bored you all to death with my silly answers and perhaps even some long-winded ones. If you've enjoyed the content and would like to see more, write in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. But as always, please like, share, subscribe, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. I just hope that she never ever sees these reactions. because yeah, that'll be awkward.